Get ready to sleep with the lights on, horror fans, because Stephen King just dropped a bombshell review that's sending chills down our spines. And it's all about The Black Phone too. But here's where it gets controversial. The master of horror himself claims it's not just as good as the first one. It's better. Yes, you read that right. And this is the part most people miss. If King's glowing two-sentence endorsement doesn't get you hyped, nothing will. Let's dive into why this sequel is shaping up to be the horror event of 2025. 2025 has already been a killer year for horror, with films like Sinners, Final Destination Bloodlines, and Weapons dominating conversations. Yet The Black Phone 2 stands out as the genre's most anticipated release. A follow-up to the 2021 festival darling and 2022 theatrical hit The Black Phone, the sequel reunites us with Ethan Hawke's chilling portrayal of the Grabber, a child-killing villain who's somehow even more terrifying this time around. But don't just take our word for it. Stephen King, the legend behind Salem's Lot and It, took to X, formerly Twitter, to declare his love for it. His review? Short, sweet, and packed with praise. It's not as good as the first one. It's better. Here's the twist. King's son, Joe Hill, wrote the short story that inspired the original film. So some might say he's biased, but he's far from alone in his enthusiasm. Rafael Montemayor of Film called it a fantastic sequel that's bigger and expands on the first film's experience. Even I, after attending the Fantastic Fest premiere, can confirm the buzz in the room was electric. While Rotten Tomatoes hasn't finalized its score yet, early critical reactions are overwhelmingly positive. So, what's the story this time? The Black Phone 2 picks up with Finn, Mason Thames, now 17 and haunted by his near-death experience with the Grabber. Meanwhile, Gwen, Madeleine McGraw, now 15, starts receiving eerie calls from the titular Black Phone in her dreams, along with visions of 3 boys being stalked at a winter camp called Alpine Lake. Together, they embark on a chilling journey to confront the Grabber once more, only to find he's grown more powerful in death. It's a premise that director Scott Derrickson described as so compelling, he asked himself, is this the last movie I'd ever want to make? His answer? A resounding yes. And this is where it gets even more intriguing. Blumhouse Productions, the studio behind the film, desperately needs a win. After recent misfires like M3 GAN 2.0 and Wolfman, The Black Phone 2 could be their saving grace. But will it live up to the hype? If King's stamp of approval and the early buzz are any indication, this sequel might just be the horror hit of the year. Here's the burning question for you. Can The Black Phone 2 surpass the original, or is King's enthusiasm a bit too optimistic? Let us know in the comments. And mark your calendars for October 17th. 2025, when The Grabber returns to theaters. Will you be brave enough to answer the call?